Good morning and welcome to Alicia. This is one of my first videos, I think. Yeah, this is my first video. One of my first video. That's such an idiotic thing to say. Well, anyway, hi. It's so hard not to look at yourself, but actually to just look at the camera because like there's no one to talk to. But anyway, so I've decided I'm gonna make a video. This is my first video. It's really like this is such a challenge for me to make videos. It's been a point of contention in my relationship for the past 2 years because my partner feels that I am a very dynamic and interesting person and people will like me, and I don't always feel that way. So he's been encouraging me to make videos, and you know, here I am. Hi. So I've decided my first video is going to be completely unedited. This is me, no edited away shiny filter nonsense. I've got hormonal breakouts like normal person, no makeup except mascara and some lipstick, and yeah, I don't want to be fake. So, also, something you should know about me is I am South African, but my accent fluctuates between partly British, partly Australian, partly American. I don't know why that is. I've done plenty of research. I literally thought something was wrong with me. But apparently I've got a travelling accent. That's the closest definition I could find to that. So, if you want to bash me for it, go right ahead. I've been bashed by plenty of my students. So, I don't give a shit. Anyway, so this is my apartment, my new apartment. I moved into a new place. Now, if you've never lived in South Africa, and you've got this, I don't know, Rainbow Nation Mandela thing in your head, let me just quickly give you a breakdown. In South Africa, most places look like prisons, like you live in a prison colony. There's electrical fencing, there's barbed fencing, or there's spikes, guard dogs, possibly also like security in the area, or like guard shacks on every, you know, cul-de-sac corner, and panic buttons, alarm systems, just the norm. It's the norm in South Africa. People who don't afford that, who can't afford that, I would say are at risk of being attacked more. And I recently moved out of a lovely, like a decent, lovely apartment in South Africa, but I could never open my curtains, open my windows, open my door, even though I had all these burglar bars and safety gates and everything, because my apartment was open to the street. And in South Africa, people live in this illusion bubble that I'm still safe, because you get to go to work, you don't stay at home, which COVID has kind of forced people to do. But I just feel like people don't look outside their window. Anyway, so I work from home at the moment because I'm stuck in South Africa. Woohoo, yay me! As an ESL teacher, so I'm predominantly at home all the time, which makes it kind of difficult to separate home and workspace. Yeah, that sucks. But what I wanted to say is that people live in this illusion bubble of safety because you go to work, so you leave your house, you've got it all locked up in your prison colony style, and you don't see how many people are actually walking through the neighborhood, and they're not coming to ask to be a gardener or cleaner in your house. Yes, South Africans are spoiled. We have people that clean our houses and we pay them, because we have such a large uneducated population. And that's a whole different other discussion I'm not going to get into, so please don't lecture me. You don't live here. I dare you to come and live here, and then you can lecture me. Okay? And by living, I mean like at least a year of living here in a normal house. Okay. So anyway, what I wanted to say is that so people leave and they can't come back. So they think the houses are totally safe, the neighborhood's totally safe, and they have no idea of how many people are actually migrating through your neighborhood. And not all of them are up to good. And I often find that when I lived there, that whenever I opened my curtains and opened my door to get circulation, because I only had one entry and exit way, and also like my workstation is right like 4 or 5 steps away from the door, and so it's not like I can hide, right? So they would see me and they would walk towards me, and I'd have about 10, 15 people either begging or asking for work or just like kind of sussing me out as they're walking by. So I never felt safe. I've been attacked in South Africa 5 times, by the way. So twice, praise the Lord, I was saved, but twice almost raped. And I'm not talking like, you know, the guy's a little bit hard on you and trying to fill you up. No, like literally in the street, tackled by a guy on top of me, lifting my skirt, getting ready to do stuff that I didn't agree to. So I've lived through that. So I'm very aware of what goes on around me. Partly why I do Krav. Yeah, I do Krav Maga. I've been doing Krav Maga for 7 weeks and it's changed my life. So yeah, I'm spilling like everything right now, but like I said, this is like the introduction of me. I'll have a little bit more, hopefully, organized video next time. I have no idea. But in South Africa, you live in a prison colony. That's the whole point. Let's get back to where I wanted to be. So I recently moved. I moved yesterday. I moved into this beautiful place I happened to find, and it's just, it's in a cul-de-sac. It's in a very safe, and I'm going to say safe South African neighborhood, safe by the standards of like having security. My apartment has alarm systems. I have a panic button. That armed response will literally be here within a minute of my location. So you've got people in cars that are armed to the teeth, ready to come here if something goes wrong. But the point is, I have no burglar bars in front of my windows. I can open my windows. This is like my workstation right here. Look how beautiful this is. Excuse the mess. I still haven't figured out all of the stuff. And yes, that is my laundry. And there's my little plan for the next few months. And this is my workstation. I'm literally surrounded by green and garden and openness. And those fruit trees in this garden. Not my garden, their garden. Like, this is the house. These are the people I'm renting from. So really old-fashioned farmhouse. Beautiful place, absolutely gorgeous. But it has this beautiful succulent garden and crystals in it, and I'm bare feet because nothing is sticking in my feet. It's lovely. And there's like a lemon or lime tree over there. And there's all these beautiful succulents. Look how big these are. Look how big they are. Aren't they beautiful? It's giant. And then also I recently discovered that there's a grenadella tree, or I don't know what you call this. Like, it's not a tree. It's a vine, grenadella vine. And it's got some grenadellas on it. Look at it. It's got grenadellas already, almost ready, right? And then I'm going to go through here because, whoa, excuse the laundry. But I also saw yesterday when I was here, for the first time, what a grenadella flower looks like. I wonder if they're still blossoming. They're actually closed. They're shut. See, they're here. And there's another one. So they're shut because there's no sunshine. But beautiful, absolutely gorgeous space to live in and just be free and not feel scared all the goddamn time. And so this is my house. I'll show you my whole house. So, like, excuse the boxes and, you know, towel and stuff. So this is my new space. This is the biggest apartment. I kid you not. This is the biggest apartment I've ever lived in by myself. I've always kind of lived in like a studenty kind of like small space, especially in Korea. Everything's super, super compact. But this is my apartment. Where I have space. I have a little living room. I have a little living room space. Oh yeah, and I inherited a cat. His name's Pablo. He lives here, and he decided that I'm cool, so he moved in. And now he's just everywhere. But anyway, so beautiful. Of course, there are areas where I have burglar bars. I'll show you. So right behind this couch, there's a burglar bar set, because that's open to the street, right? So we're not complete idiots. And then my front door, I just have to find my key now. My front door has a safety gate. So I have to literally stick my hand in and kind of like open it from the inside. It's because they had to like protect it from people putting screwdrivers in there to try and jimmy it. So it's got like all this safety stuff. But there's my little gate, right? Oh yeah, I need to sweep here, but beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And I've got this cute, gorgeous thing here. I can literally leave this open. I can leave this open because there's that safety gate thing there. And yeah, I still need to sort of that art corner, don't worry. Oh, I've got this beautiful kitchen as well. Look, what's that? Big refrigerator. Oh my God, not a mini one. And I've got, you know, lots of these like old-fashioned kind of like farm furniture. Like I don't know how to say it, but in South Africa we've got farm furniture. Open stuff, mini oven. Oh my God. I've been cooking in toaster ovens all my goddamn life. I have a mini oven. Oh, I'm so very happy. Yeah. And then oh, let's try that way. Nobody needs to see that. Little kitchenette area. I actually have 2 basins. Two basins. Sorry, you guys. So, and then my bathroom is in the kitchen, like an old-fashioned farmhouse in South Africa. It's through the kitchen. So that's my bathroom door, right? Can you see? Well, I don't know how to show you guys because my back camera is completely fucking broken. So I only have this selfie camera. So sorry, it's shitty. But then this is like my kitchen area, right? And then you just go around the corner and there's the bathroom. The bathroom is tiny as shit, but it's absolutely amazing. So it's like a little toilet space, right? Oops, toilet space. And then there's my shower, like a little shower, and there's my little towel thingy for my feet. But it's big. It's a big enough shower. It's lovely. It's a lovely big shower. And then you have to kind of close the door to get to the basin and do your stuff there. But it's just the right size for me, and love it. Just adjust some stuff here. Yeah, love it in here. Absolutely perfect toilet. I do miss the Korean bathrooms, I will say that, because they're so open planned and easy to clean and pretty large in comparison to most small apartment bathrooms. But this is my new apartment, and I feel like a totally different person. Like some weight has been lifted off my shoulder, just because there's so much green, and I don't feel trapped, and I feel bubbly again. I know it's kind of stupid to explain all this to people, but in Korea, I used to go out a lot and just go for walks, and you'd be so close to parks and greenery, because it is cityscape. It's cityscape there, but there would be like greenery, and it would be lovely, and you could just go out to a park, even in the middle of the night. You could go and you'd be safe. So yeah, so this is my space. I even found a space for my pots, and that I brought from Egypt. This big ass tagine that I have, and this big beautiful cookie jar that I have, lovely. And then I also have this hand blown glass cross that I've at the very first church in Egypt, was basically in a cave. It's still there, and I bought that there. It was hand blown, handmade, hand painted, and it, like you can see, like it's not perfect. It's like drippy, you know, but I love it. It's gorgeous. I love it. So this is my space, and this is me, and I'm happy to be here and happy to meet you. Something else I wanted to just say while this guy is mowing his lawn, and being so noisy. is that I learned something new today about the Hebrew in Genesis. Now, I have a bachelor's degree in theology. I studied it. I thought I knew most of the stuff in there, but it always pleasantly surprises me when I find something out new that's like mind blowing and just changes your whole perspective of you in relationship with God, in relationship with all other humans around you, and explains kind of like why you do stuff the way you do it. So let me just say, how do I actually preface this? So what I found out is that in Genesis, when God tells Adam, when he tells him, I'm gonna make you, I'm gonna give you a helpmate. When he tells him that, the word he used is Isa. I want to say kendo. It's not kendo. Isa. You know, this is what happens to me. I go to the computer. I just read it this morning, and I actually posted about it on Facebook. So now I kind of I want to see what it was again. Oh God, passwords. Sorry, you guys. So thank you for sticking with me through this commercial break while I find my listing stuff that I said earlier today. Oh, it was Isa Kengdo. I think it's Kenegdo. Oh, I can't pronounce it. But who can pronounce it is Ben Shapiro. He's Jewish and reads apparently fluent Hebrew, and he says that this means helper against him. Just think about that. Like in church, it was profound for me to know and learn that God decided that the word that I was familiar with is that the helper part is the same word that they use for the Holy Spirit that you get from Jesus and God when you are baptized with the Holy Spirit. And it basically changed my life, because I always thought that I understood the whole helper part, but helper against you or him, against him, let's just be very clear, helper against him, it talks about the friction. So it push back. So I'm literally copying Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson's conversation here. So what Jordan Peterson said is like, you have momentum right through your life, but as soon as you have friction, your momentum is way more stable. And you have this pushback you need to do, and there's this fundamental change. It was mind-blowing. So I posted it. I'm going to post it under this video as well. That's almost 20 minutes long, so I'm going to try and keep it only 20 minutes. But anyway, so they explain all these words, and then our friend Adam did not name Eve like I know from the English translation Bibles. He actually said, and we do read it as like bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, which in Hebrew is Isha, which like ish is like man, and is like the woman version of it. So he basically called her woman, and that translates to like, because remember, God gave him a job: name everything in the garden. It is yours, so name it. And so when he said woman, it was kind of as a recognition that you are like me, but also you belong to me, like you're an object. And only later, when Eve bore children, did the name change to what we know now as Eve, but is actually called Shava, I think, Shava. But they make sounds like Shava. I don't know. I can't pronounce it properly. But you can look at this video. I really recommend it. But what significantly changed for me is I've always been a person that rarely listens to other people. Not because I don't take in their advice, I do, but I want to figure things out for myself, if that makes sense. Like I want to try things for myself and figure it out, and people get offended. And yes, I realize it makes my life so much more challenging and difficult than it needs to be, and it causes a lot of strife often, and I don't think I need to be that way with everything. So I do realize there needs to be some room for growth and compromise on that. But for me, it explained why I am the way I am. You know, when my parents tell me how I was their firstborn child, so it was very interesting to them to see how different we all were from each other. And anyway, my thing was, I was always stubborn. I always wanted to do my own thing. So people would say walk, and I would run because I wanted to run. My favorite word whenever I was asked to do something was no. So, but I mean, like, I'm laughing about this because I actually understand myself a little bit better through this whole conversation. And I don't say every woman is like that. Like, obviously, if you understand, I highly recommend listening to Jordan Peterson. But if you understand the personalities, because he's a very educated man, it's not anything to do with like he's better than someone else or better than my partner or better blah blah blah. It's just he's very, very educated about personality differences and stuff like agreeableness and neuroticism, which I'm very high on neuroticism and not so high on agreeableness. I can be agreeable, but I kind of force myself into it most of the time, and usually to my own detriment. There's plenty of situations in my personal relationships with my family where that's kind of nicked me in the knee, you know, and made me stumble and fall and not be so successful as what I should have been. Anyway, so I learned all this today about myself through this conversation, and it's totally profound. I recommend you watch the video in the link below, and I just wanted to say hi. I am Alicia, and this is the channel Oh Alicia, and this is my new home for the time being while I am still stuck in South Africa. And I do say stuck for a reason, because I don't want to be here. Every time I leave and I come back, I'm stuck here again. And then I have to literally fight my way out. And I feel like this battle I'm in now has been going for 2 years, and it's literally been, it's like the worst wrestling match you've ever seen. It's the longest one you've ever seen, and it's to the death, basically. Because I every time I'm here and every time I leave, I always say I'm never coming back. It's not because I don't love nature or my culture, because I am a Boere Afrikaner. I am a white South African, and I'm Dutch Reformed South African. I'm from the Afrikaner nation, and I speak Afrikaans, and there's a lot of stuff I hold very dear about my culture, but I just can't live in South Africa. There's just no room for me, especially not with my shade. Yeah. I think I'm going to end it there, because we're almost at 24 minutes. Yes, thank you for listening to me for so long. I'll try and make my videos shorter. You can find me on YouTube, you can find me on Facebook. Like and subscribe, leave some comments, questions if you have any, and I will think about answering them. Okay, bye.